Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video and welcome back to our first tactics video of 2022 and we're starting it all over again. So, brand new 4-2-3-1 tactics from myself and Burnley's esports player Josh9. That's where all the tactics come from, online tactics, that's where they come from on this channel. His YouTube, Twitter, etc. will be in the description below. So go and check Josh out, and obviously big thumbs up and thanks for the tactics. So, for those of you who don't know, the first part of FIFA went through all the formations, tactics, etc, etc. But that was a long time ago now, and the game has changed a bit, and what people have learned have changed. So, we're going back through them all because, to be honest, the situation has changed. So, let's get straight into these 4-2-3-1 tactics. I'm not going to draw your attention too much to changes because you might just be watching this for the first time. Might be the first time you're watching me, full stop. So I'm just going to bang straight into the custom tactics. On screen there is Josh's team that he uses. Obviously fantastic team for pro player. But we're not so much interested about the players in the actual team themselves. We are worried about the custom tactics and the player instructions. So, the first thing to draw your attention to with 4-2-3-1 is, of course, it's considered the most balanced formation of all in terms of defence, attack, etc, etc. So it won't be any surprise to you to see that defensive style is balanced. And the reason that we have it on balanced is because a lot of the time, if you're on pressure on heavy touch, they can sometimes just dive in when you don't want them to. Pressure after possession loss, and certainly constant pressure is a no-go. They're just going to drain your stamina. Your team will be all over the place. Constant pressure is obviously good when you're chasing the game, but for this purpose and for the 4-2-3-1, we want it on balanced. Now, of course, the word balance, we're using it loads, but it is the most balanced formation, which is why the defensive style we have on 50, and also the depth. We don't want to be too high, we don't want to be too low. Again, with the build-up play, there's no need to go fast, there's no need to go slow. You know, there's other formations for that. Again, with the 4-2-3-1, we just want to be nice and neutral and have all options open to us. We don't want to be pigeonholed into playing a certain way. You want to play fast, we can play fast. If you want to play slow, you can play slow. That's the beauty of the formation. That's why 4-2-3-1 is so well liked. And I think there can be a tendency from lesser players like myself online that we feel like we've got to play around with these even if we're playing 4-2-3-1, and to see something like this from a pro player like Josh, to see that actually you don't, it's quite refreshing really. Chance creation, I'm not going to lie, I really like the direct passing, but he said to me no, we have it on balanced, which goes along with the rest of the tactics. So defensive width is also on 50. We did actually have that. That was lower originally, but I think one of the things that Josh said to me was that as he's got more experience of playing this particular FIFA, that although most people will attack and try and get the ball into the middle of the pitch and twist and turn and get a shot off, especially at a high level, it can get so congested that actually it's quite good to draw the opposition out a little bit, which is, you'll see within the player instructions how that will work from an attacking and defensive point of view. So yeah, the width is on 50 now. Players in the box has gone up to 6, used to be on 4, and that is because Josh said to make the 4-2-3-1 work that he needed to go a little bit more attacking, just to make it work out. It's obviously fantastic defensively, really solid, but it said from an offensive point of view, it just needs to add that little bit of spice and that little bit of oomph going forward. So players in the box is up to 6. Corners and free kicks is always on 1, no matter what formation it is, apart from ultra attacking when you're chasing a game. And that is because very wary of the counter attacks. And of course from corners, they've got the corner glitch, etc, etc. So yeah, that's what we've got for that. So, player instructions. Now, there's quite a few variations here, so listen up, guys. So, we'll start, obviously, with the centre-backs. Of course, they stay back while attacking. Always going to be on every formation. So, full-backs. Now, this is what took me by surprise, okay? So, Josh said has them on join the attack, which I've never, ever done. He said the reason for that is, I said about how it gets really congested in the middle of the pitch and they want to pull players, move them around to create space. He said having the fullbacks on join the attack rather than going run type overlap means that if you've got the ball here with Mbappe and you're running down the wing, then Atau is going to support him a lot more, okay? But if it's overlap, he's going to go flying past and could potentially give you a problem if you lose the ball defensively. But the fullbacks will be far enough forward that your opposition will have to take into consideration where they are and their run. So basically, it's just something else for the opposition to think about, and then that might leave somebody free in the middle, which I quite like that thinking. Or if not, quite simply, you can come back and pass it to the fullback. Sometimes if you just had them on stay back while attacking, maybe you've dribbled all the way down the wing with Mbappe, you might have to play like a 30-40 yard ball back to the right back, which in this instance is Atau, and he might not be there. So something that I reckon a lot of you, and myself included, wouldn't have thought of or done. So I'd love to know what you guys think from trying that out. Right, CDMs. So Vieira and Renato Sanchez. In the 4-2-3-1, it's always good to have one that's more of a stopper and one that's a little bit more creative and that can get a goal. I suppose in this instance, Vieira very much is the stopper, and Sanchez is good at everything, so he can certainly get forward and create problems. So the more defensive one out of the two, which is Vieira, will be on cover centre, because we want to protect those two centre backs, especially if the full backs are starting to go forward a little bit more. People might think it would be cover wing, but then that just leaves the centre backs exposed. No. We want to protect that middle part of the pitch. So on stay back while attacking and cover centre, and then nobody better than Vieira. And then next to him is Renato Sanchez, who is also cover centre, but is on balanced attack, so that when we are attacking, he will give that option going forward, which will just give them that extra something else to think about, and he can get a goal. So yeah, have him on balanced attack. Right, okay, moving up to the Lamb and the Ram. So, and we'll include the Cam in this, to be fair. So we've got Mbappe, Neymar, Ginola. So come back on defence, okay? That's something that I've noticed as well. It's surprising is that it's kind of, in a way, counter-attacky. That's not even a word, but you know what I mean. So having all of the attackers on comeback on defence will just make you so difficult to break down, which of course is what we want. And then once we win the ball back, by having them on get into the box for crosses, means that they will go. Basically, once we win the ball back, they will start running forward. So we will have a lot of options. And plus, if you've got really fast players, and plus you've got the fullback supporting you as well, we'll quickly make our way up the pitch. And of course, with them all having get into the box for crosses, means that when we are forward, they're all going to be very much in attacking positions, ready to help us score goals. And then for the striker, is also on comeback on defence, and is told to stay central, and that's because he's a lone striker, and we need him in the 18-yard box, nice and central, to be able to finish the chances off. Simple as that. So, very interesting tactics. So, yeah, guys, give them a whirl. Let us know how they work for you. Get in the comments, any questions, queries, etc, etc. We're always here to ask. Every single week we bring you a new set of tactics. I know this is one that Josh particularly likes, which is why the refresh of this year, it's the first one that we are doing, and obviously 4-2-3-1 is very, very popular. So guys, that is it for today. Please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys. Bye bye.